Hello everyone and welcome to Flosstube number 24. Hello everyone and we are back. It has been a long time for me, probably not so long for you because I had some pre-recorded videos, but I have not filmed a video since before we moved, which was, it's been about a month and a half. So I have a lot of stitching. I have a fully finished, some finishes, one series that is so close to a finish. I tried to push it to a finish today and I couldn't. And then some big progress on some whips. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump in. We'll start with the fully finished item. Any details I forget to tell you will be written out below. I feel a little rusty. I'm like kind of nervous. I feel like I'm filming for the first time again. And then I'm gonna do some little life updates at the end. So let's go ahead and get started. This finish I have talked to y'all about. Down by the Chimney by the Prairie Schooler, and this is on a book. It is the Sociology and Social Problems in Nursing. I did not quite pick it for the topic. Topic's fine, but I did pick it for the color of the cover. So there it is, basically what I did. You can see it is like a 3D finish. So I put it on sticky mat board, and then I laced it using Lori Holt's lacing tutorial. I laced it, and then I used Aleene's tacky glue, Aleene's, however you want to say it, and glued it to the book cover itself. And when I did that, I stacked more books, like similar size this, on top, and then put some 15-pound weights, just to make sure it would be all nice and good. I love this. Like I said, it's down by the Chimney by the Prairie Schooler. The green is Spinach from Classic Colorworks. The red is Cupid. The brown black is Classic Prairie Schooler 3371. And the white's just Blanc or whatever. Everything else is called for. I believe the spinach and the Cupid were called for too, but they did give a DMC conversion. But yes, I'm so excited about this. I'm excited to display it at Christmas, honestly. Should I put it back there? Maybe I should. I love that I have like a little display. I don't know, it kind of ruins it a little. I love this. This is a vintage find. This is a vintage find, and it's a little cross stitch linen napkin. It has a little fuzzy on it. Isn't that darling? Just love it. And this little basket right here, which I'll probably eventually hang the basket on the wall, but I love that. It's so cute. Okay, so there is my first fully finished item. Well, my only fully finished item. The rest are finishes though. So the first one is Lindy Stitches Silver Bells. This one I finished like the day after I filmed my last Flosstube, so it's been done for a while. This one is on 32 count vintage smoky white. I did use the called for flosses, which is Forbidden by Fiber Co. in that blue, the green, yeah, the green is alphabet. I don't remember the blue color, but it's what I was called for. The blue, and then that silver color right there is also Forbidden Fiber Clo floss, and then the rest are DMC. And I love her. I think she's so cute. I'm wanting to finish her. I'm having trouble finding a backing fabric that I think is perfect for her. So I'm still on the hunt for that, but I would love to have her finished before this Christmas. Yeah, she's super sweet. I love that one. Next is a SAF, so a start and a finish. Now, to be fair, it has been a month and a half since last video, but this is a combination of Pollinators Garden by October House Fiber Arts and the Queen Bee by October House Fiber Arts. I got inspired for this from their Instagram. So there's both of them, and I combined them. And like I said, there's a picture of this on their Instagram that you could go look at if you wanted to. But here is my finish. Oh, I love it so much. This one is super sweet. Oh, I got a hair in my mouth. There we go. This was stitched on 35 count Dove by Weeks Dye Works. Stitch it 2/2. And basically, I think I left, I'm trying to remember exactly what I did. I did 5 stitches in between the rows. So in between the flower and the queen bee at the top and the bottom, I did 5 stitches in between both. And then I did 8 flowers on top, and then the other 6 at the bottom because the flowers were different sizes. A few of these I used the fancy floss, and then a few of them I used the DMC. I just kind of picked what I thought really mattered. and I'll have those listed in the description of what fancy floss I used. I did change the brown. Now the brown on one of the patterns, I can't quite remember which one. One of the patterns called for 3371 for the brown, and that includes the words on the queen bee. I'm pretty sure it was that one that called for 3371. As well as the bumblebees was 3371, whereas the other one, all the brown, was a different brown color. So I just wanted to make it cohesive, and I changed it all to 3371. But I love this. I was originally gonna finish it as a pillow, and it would have been like a big chunky pillow, but I think I want to frame it. I have this really cool idea, which I'll talk about in little personal life updates, of basically a gallery wall of framed cross stitch pieces. But yeah, we'll see. That's my plan for this one right now. So we'll see if that happens. But I just love it. I'm in love with that finish, and it was so fun to stitch. That was my first project I actually stitched on at the new house, so that was really cool. All right, we've got another big finish, which I'm really excited about. This is Mary Yerger 1859, and will you believe that I just finished it like 2 days ago? Here it is, using all the called for flosses. This is a free pattern. I'll link that freebie below. I love this. There is some words at the bottom. It said be thankful, but I omitted that because I actually found the frame for this, which I'll show you in just a second. But yeah, it's so pretty. I love it. Okay, so if you watched my last video, you'll have seen that I ran out of this green floss color. And in my head, for some reason, I thought the color was 819. And I was looking through my flosses when I unpacked. I was like, where's my 819? I can't find my 819. And then when I went to Hobby Lobby, and I was like, man, I just forgot to get it. I can't believe I forgot to get it. I just forgot to write it down because I was kitting up some new projects. And then I was like, there's no way I don't have this color in any of my project bags. Like, I didn't have any in my kitted up projects. I didn't fully kitted, partially kitted, whips, DMC box, and maybe there is an 819 color, I don't know. But the green is 319, and I just realized that Sunday, and so I picked this up Sunday, and all I had left to do was that star, no, not that star, this star, and then just do the little green balls right there, and there's a little bit of green right there. So that was all I had to do. So I did that on Sunday. I spent some good time stitching and finished this. And let me show you the frames. It's actually this back here, which has a really pretty picture in it, but it's literally just like a photocopy print. It's not like anything nice. I mean, it's beautiful. I love the way it looks. I'll probably reframe this in something else, but I love this frame for this. I think it's gonna be so pretty. I think that green, hold on, I'm gonna fold it for you. It's the perfect size. One of the reasons why I decided to omit the Be Thankful, because I was kind of questioning it before, was because, oh, it wouldn't have fit if it was in this frame. Not cut off messaging. But I just love that color. It really complements that gold color as well as the green. So I need to get some acid-free mat board. You can see the bottom is like right here. Obviously I'll center it, but yeah, I love this frame. I found this at an antique store for $12. And it's just, sorry, I'm trying not to blind you with the reflection of my ring light, but it's just so pretty. I love the color. It's very simple, but I like that it still has the ridges, and it's just the perfect color and absolute perfect size. So I'm gonna frame that. I've got to get some acid-free mat board. Speaking of which, where do you buy your, if you frame by yourself, where do you buy your acid-free mat board? I looked at my Hobby Lobby and I asked at the desk, and they didn't have any, like the framing desk. And I need to check Michael's, but Joann's is obviously closing, which I did try to go there 2 weeks ago. We went on a Sunday, and apparently they don't open till 1 on Sundays, and we got there at like 10, so we couldn't go, which was disappointing. I mean, we can go one time before it closes, because sad. But yeah, where do you buy acid-free mat board? Because I need to acquire some, because that is going to be my first frame piece that I'm making. That's going to be the first frame piece that I'm framing myself, and I have quite a few more that I want to frame, but I'm going to start with that one and kind of see how it goes before I buy frames for the other ones. The next slip that I was so trying to get a finish on is the Prairie Schooler 12 Days of Christmas Santas. I'm just going to show you that really quick because they're basically all done. I don't remember the last one I showed you, but here is the last one I showed you completed. There's day 8. There's day 9. There's day 10. I know that one definitely wasn't completed last time. day 11, which I also know wasn't completed last time, so we're not having that chest color. That was another floss I ran out of. And the one that is so close to a finish and has a hanging thread because I was just working on it for this video. Let me just finish that X and pull it to the back so you don't have to see it. Is day number 12. He's so close. I literally have to fill in the 3371, do some green on his hat, and backstitch his drum, and he'll be done. So he's so close. But yeah, he's close, but he's far. I would love by the next video to have these all like fully finished. That would be an ideal goal. I don't know if that'll happen, but I would love to have those all fully finished. They are stitched on 18 count Rustico, and I have changed his coat color. This is a tangle of a mess because I'm about done with that. I'm ready to put these threads up. I think I've gone through about 3 of these reds, 2 or 3 of the, I think 2 of the greens, and 3 3371s. Which is an ongoing project. Like there were 12 of them, but I'm ready to put these flosses up and have it done. Like I love them still, but I'm so ready to have them done because I've been working on them. Honestly, it's probably been about a year because I ordered the patterns after Christmas last year. So I want to say it's probably been over a year I've been working on them. So I'm ready to have them done and finished, and I love them. I love the ones that I did have finished on my tree this year too. Okay. Next is the Primitive Hair Spooky Countdown. This one's a whip, I will say. It's not a finish. I wish it was a finish. That would be exciting, but no, it's a whip. This is the whip that I probably put in the least amount of work on, but it does still have some work. So here is what we have. So basically, I already had all this top done. I haven't done any more on the top. So I'm gonna show you that, and then I'll move down to what I have worked on. If you haven't seen my previous videos, that one right there, I didn't like the box for it. It was basically like a noose, and I don't really love that, so I'm going to chart something for myself there. So what I have done is added these 2 rows of boxes, which these are the last 2 rows of boxes. Of course I have to finish all this up, but they're the last 2 rows. And then I just went in with a bunch of 3371. And so I did all of that one, I did all of the pumpkin one, I did that one. And somewhere in here, I'm trying to, hold on, I'm gonna see if I can tell you which one. 23, okay. The pumpkin and the cat are swapped because I made the mistake of doing the cat in the wrong spot, and he was fully finished. Like the cat, I did the whole cat's body. I was like, I'm not ripping this thing out. We're just swapping those 2 boxes. And so I swapped the numbers on them, or the number on the cat one. So it worked. But yeah, this is on 32 count lamb's wool that I coffee tea dyed using the copper flosses. But yeah, this one is getting close. I would love, I don't want to finish it this year. I think that's an unrealistic goal unless I really put in some work on it. But I would love to get all these boxes finished this year. So I'll probably pick this one up in the next month or 2 and finish out these boxes, and then maybe finish those out in the fall, those other 4. Because I like that one. I don't know. I just feel like when I pick it up, I get no progress. Even when I'm making progress, I'm like, I'm getting no progress on this. Okay, now here's one that I have not showed you in a long time, because the last time I showed it to you, I have worked on it since then. Okay, in my last video, I had worked on it since then, but I already packed it. So I've worked on this one a lot since I last showed it to you, and it is Mirabilia Alice. Oh, I love this one. My first Mirabilia, and she is coming along. Look at that. So I started with the curtain at the top, then I worked down and started on her dress. So I'm gonna go ahead and fold the curtain because the curtain is beautiful, but it's not the most exciting part to me, at least. I think her dress is. So this is starting that little arch there. And basically what I've worked on since last time is I did this pink ribbon. Look at that shading there. I just love it. I did the whole middle of the dress besides this. This is all fill in, so I've left it until like I need some mindless stitching because it's all outlined and everything. And then I've started the black and the purple swirls on that side of the dress. The clock needs to be back stitched, but I'm kind of waiting till the end. And there is French knots on that clock, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do French knots or add beads. because there is already beads in the project, so I might just do beads. This is stitched on 32 count lilac Lugana using the called for flosses, and I'm loving her. I just love her so much. I do think that as I continue working, I'm gonna go ahead and work this half of the dress. That'll be the next thing I do, is that half of the dress. And then I'll probably work up to this arch. Like I'll meet it here and then I'll choose a side. Probably this was already started, and do the arch. And then I'll do the curtain, and then I want to save her face for last. I don't know why that sounds exciting to me, but it does. So I'm probably gonna save her face for last. Maybe one more pan of that. I love it. It's so pretty. It's exactly what I want. And I am dying to start another Mirabilia. So this is one that I really want to work on every 2 weeks. I want that to be one I'm showing you every 2 weeks. And I will say also, another thing I'm going to start doing after this video is showing you, this is what it looked like last time, and this is what it looks like now. I find that really helpful in videos, and I always just forget to take the progress pictures, but I'm going to make a point after this to take progress pictures of every single whip that I have shown you in this video, so I can do that, because I think that'll be really helpful, especially for projects like this, where I'm going to be showing them to you hopefully every 2 weeks. Next whip is the one I put in the most progress on, and this is one that when I was packing and pulling out projects to work on, I was like, well, I'll just throw a big project in here in case I feel like working on something big, and I did. I worked on this one a lot. This is Gomer Girls by Stitch Area. I'm stitching it 2/2 on 32 count lamb's wool. Here's a zoomed out, and I'm going to show it to you top versus bottom. So last time I showed this to you, I did not have the bottom completed. Anyway, so basically I've added this, that, Stars Hollow books, I added that. I finished the Stars Hollow sign, I did Palenka, I did the hat, I did the back stitching on that black book. I basically filled in almost that whole side of the bottom. And there's so many little details in here that I love. And then I did actually work up to the top. My goal was to get, once I'd finished the bottom, I was like, oh, I'll get half the top done, which I didn't quite do. You can see in the middle of that is the halfway mark, but I didn't quite get there. So I already had the Kim's Antiques and the swan, but I added Sophie's music, the drums, that little heart, which still needs the back stitching. Stop Eating the Paste special, I added that. The You Jump, I Jump Jack, coffee. And then we have the little outline for the Luke's Diner sign. That still needs to be back stitched. But this is on its way to a finish. There is, I think I counted it, it's like between 30 and 40, I don't say it's like 36 or something, more stitches on the bottom than the top. Like what is above that Gomer Girls, there's almost, I think it's like 36 more stitches at the top. 36 more stitches at the bottom than at the top for all the motifs. So yeah, I did really want to hit the very top of the project though, so I could be looking for frames while I was out. I don't know, this is such a busy whip. I don't know what I want to put it in. Like I don't know if white, definitely a solid color. I don't know if white would look better, black would look better, or like a pop of color to pull out some of the color in here. But I am obsessed with this. I'm stitching this on 32 count lamb's wool 2/2 using the call for flosses. This pattern you do have to message Stitch Area to get. I've had a few people ask me that on Instagram and things, so you do have to message the Etsy seller to buy it. But yeah, I love this one. I can't wait to get it finished. I think I'm probably done working on this till it's Gomer Girls season, aka the fall, so we got a while till then. Because I think I could definitely finish this fall. I would love to get that done this year. I think I'm definitely going size over quantity of finishes this year. That's kind of my plan right now. And no other reason besides I'm drawn to big projects right now. Like I have a lot of things I've kitted up and want to start, but I haven't really allowed myself any new starts because life has been a little crazy. And so it's easier to pick up a whip than a new start. But I need a new start soon because I don't even know how many whips I have. I know I still have a lot of whips. I mean, I finished a lot, honest. I don't know. Anyway, I still have a good amount of whips. I'm excited about new projects and being drawn to bigger projects. Okay, So I don't have any haul. I didn't buy anything at the National Needlework Market this year. I just didn't feel like I needed anything. There was a few patterns where I was like, oh, that's really pretty. But I was also like, I could buy that when I'm ready to stitch it. I don't need anything right now. So the only acquisitions or haul I would have would be floss, and that's all kitted up. And it's not exciting unless I've started stitching it. So let's jump into some life updates. So we did move. It did get pushed about a week and a half later than we expected, which was a little much. But we did move, and we are here. This is my craft room, which is not done. Basically, all I have is this drawer, you know, which I've decorated the top, and then I have like my 3-tier cart that I've showed you in my videos beside it. Everything is like organized in containers, but I need furniture. So now that I'm in the space, I have a complete vision. So basically this back wall right here is the back wall of the room, and I want that to be a cross stitch like gallery wall. I want it to be all my cross stitch projects like filled from floor to ceiling, which is not gonna happen tomorrow, but filled from floor to ceiling with cross stitch projects. I think it'll be really pretty. I don't know if I want to leave the wall like this neutrally creamy color, or if I want to paint it a bold color to have the contrast, or even do a pastel color on the other 3 walls and have that as an accent wall with this color, but all the frames. I don't know yet. Haven't decided that. The next thing that I know I want, I think I've talked about, I want like a work table or whatever. So I've got a spot for that. That can go like, I'm looking directly in front of me to the right. That can go there. And then I might hang probably a pegboard beside it, because there's like a wall here, a wall here. Table would go here, and right here I think I'm gonna put a pegboard to hold like all my essential things. I do want to get one more of these, because this one kind of has like, this is my tools, this is like office supplies, or that one's office supplies. What is in here? That's like hoops. This one is best for the random drawer. This one's fabric. This one is cross stitch patterns. And that one's like thread and needles and stuff. So I would love, so it's kind of a hodgepodge. I would love to have one for like hodgepodgey random stuff, craft stuff, and then one for just cross stitch where I could keep like my whips and things in there. So I do want to get one more of these. And then on this wall, this is going to be my filming wall. I really want like an antique, either couch, I haven't decided yet, either couch or chair to put here, and maybe either reupholster it or something and find one in like a really bright color, maybe even like a velvet or a bright pattern or something like that. So that's kind of what I'm feeling right now. And I'm being picky about the pieces, because I do want them to be like, I don't know, when I buy the pieces, I want them to be what's going to stay in here. Oh, and the other thing I would love is on this wall right here, I would love to have a hutch or something like that. I think it would be really cool. But that's kind of my ideas for now. Work things have changed a little bit. So I've been work from home person. I work from home / I'm a stay-at-home mom. But things have kind of changed in that, so it's ramped up a little bit. I've got like another job basically. We have a friend who's had a child and doesn't want to send them to daycare, so I'm watching their baby during the day along with my son. So that has kind of taken some of my time. Definitely cut into my stitchy time a little bit, but yeah, it's exciting. Things are happening. Life is happening. Easter's soon, which is really exciting. I've got a little vignette of some of my Easter stitching put out, which was really exciting to have a spot to put that out. So yes, I hope you are all doing well. I want to say thank you so much for the love on the pre-recorded videos. I'm so glad y'all liked the cross stitch finishing ideas that are not frames. Like other than frame, whatever, you know what I'm saying. I'm so glad y'all liked that video. I was kind of nervous to put it out. It's something that I know I would love and I would enjoy, and I'm gonna come back to. If I'm like, I don't know how I want to finish this, I know I'm gonna come back to that video, but I'm so glad y'all enjoyed it. Thank you for asking how the move was and wishing us well. Honestly, it's so sweet, and I'm so thankful for y'all. We are almost at 3,000 subscribers, so I'm already kind of like squirreling things away for a 3,000 subscriber giveaway, which y'all should definitely enter, because I'm gonna do like a big giveaway for that one, which I'm really excited about. I've got like a little bin where I'm keeping some things that I'm collecting for y'all, And yes, so subscribe if you haven't, so you can we can get there sooner and you can enter that giveaway. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting, and I can't wait to see you with our regularly scheduled floss tubes every 2 weeks. I've missed you guys, and I'm so glad to be back. I will see you next time, guys. Bye.